Welcome to the Sneaker Podcast, a show where a bunch of guys sit around a table to talk life, lifestyle, music, and all things sneakers. So sit back, turn it up, and let's go.
Yo, hope you're having a dope day, and thank you for tuning in. This is the Sneaker Podcast, Season 7, Episode 15. My name is Chris Chu, and he is the number 2 aficionado, but number 1 in your hearts. What is up, Sean Collard?
Hey now.
And he is the king of the Midwest, the best. Calby, what is going on?
Gentlemen, how you doing?
Yeah. Chloe and Mike couldn't make it this week, but they should be back this year for sure. Shout out
2022 is their year.
They'll be here.
Yes, of course.
As always, the Sneaker Podcast is brought to you by your favorite organic sneaker cleaner, Sneaker Logic. You can find them on Instagram at sneakerlogic_official. Yeah, you could use the wipes. You can get the kit. Guys, I've been now it's a habit. Mm-hmm. It's a happy habit where I play in my sneakers for basketball, bring them home. Don't bring them downstairs into the shoe area. I just leave them at the door. And the next morning, clean the soles.
Nice.
Whoa.
Clean the soles. Yeah. And I see the dirt fall off. Yeah.
Get that nice.
Yeah. I'm always like doing those commercials. Yeah. It's great. If anyone wants to order some sneaker cleaning product, you can do so. Sneaker Logic on what's the website? Do you know it, Sean?
Sneaker Logic something or other.
Google it. You'll find it.
Well, go to sneakerlogic_official on Instagram, and there's linked to their website.
You could do that too.
Yes,
you could do that too. And then you can use our coupon code, which is TSP15. Get 15% off your order. It's organic, man.
It's organic.
And you can use the wipes. Summertimes, you need clean sneakers. Summertime. Right?
Exactly.
Okay, let's start the podcast like we always do with what we wore on feet today. Sean, why don't you start us off?
Oh shit. Okay. This is I think maybe a first for me. I have a triple wear day today.
Oh.
I have a triple wear day today. It was a bizarre day. I didn't even realize it was happening until it happened. I'm like, oh, it's pod day. This is good for the pod.
Fashionista.
Yeah. So for work today, it's when you see what it is, it's not fashionista though. Well, maybe for work a little bit, but for work, I wore my Air Jordan 2 times Union Los Angeles Air Jordan 2. I said that twice.
Look at him downplaying
so nice.
The Union Jordan 2.
The Union 2 and the gray fog colorway for the first time. So unds these today. Yes, very happy with these. I don't know why, but the red outsole, the red hit on the outsole gets me every time. I don't know what it is, but I love it.
Yeah.
It's just that like it's gray and a little bit of blue and then boom, red on the bottom. So that was my wear to work today. Very comfortable. Very happy with these. And then I came home and I was going to go ship something via UPS.
Right.
And I was like, I don't know if I want to hit up UPS wearing my Union 2s. That might be a little too much for the UPS store in my local area. So I had been home for a few hours. It wasn't like I just walked in and changed my shoes. I saw these were at my door. I'd left them at my door because I wore them the other day to work. And this is the Nike Air Trainer 1 mid in the Photon Dust colorway.
Right.
So I wore those to UPS. And then I came home and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go for a walk. It's a beautiful day. It's fresh outside. And neither one of those are good for a walking shoes. So I pulled out my Nike Air Huarache in the the bright mango colorway.
Mango.
Fuck, are these comfortable? Holy shit.
Yeah,
so
you were wearing Jordan 2s before. And then
they're very comfortable also. I will say, though, they're not as comfortable. This is going to be crazy, and people are going to be like, what? They made them shit. They completely changed the polyurethane in the midsole of the new Air Jordan 2s. I don't know what the OG will be like, but for this one, for the Union, it's not quite as squishy as the old polyurethane. And I think what they said is that's because these will be more. They will have more longevity. They will last a lot longer, the polyurethane, than the old. The old ones, after depending on where you lived and stuff and how much you use them, the old polyurethane will crumble after several years, and this should last a long time. I have to say, the off-white twos, very uncomfortable.
Right.
Very uncomfortable, because that midsole that they had to create with the 3D scan and all that stuff, to get that the scan the actual Nike Jordan, the Jordan 2 from the Nike Vault, the DNA Vault, to get that, it was like a poured polyurethane. It was like a whole process that's completely different than anything's ever been done before in a shoe. So that midsole takes a long time to break in, and it's super, super stiff at the beginning. So it's going to take a while to break. I've worn them a couple of times, maybe 3 or 4 times now, and it's taken a while. They're
Part of me
they're hot on
thinks
their feet.
it shouldn't be broken in. Like,
Why?
wouldn't it compromise the? Because I agree. I don't think our brains are programmed to like immediately think of like what is behind what we're seeing. So usually we see a Jordan 2, Jordan 3, Jordan 4, and it's paint. It's just a paint strip, right? On the midsole. Yeah. It's just colored. But this is not just colored. It's it's molded.
There's a whole mold
shape
in there. Yes.
Yeah. And that clear part seems like it's almost just like straight, like a rubber.
It's not clear, though. It's actually poured polyurethane, and that's what it kills me. Is some people said like how lazy the shoe was, because they just vintaged an old Jordan 2, like they vintaged one and blah blah blah. This is like, from talking to one of the lead designers on this, the Off-White 2 with Virgil. He said this is the most challenging project he's ever worked on in his many-year career at Jordan Brand. And he worked on the Jordan 11 React, what do you call it? The one that the self lacing
fly ease.
The Jordan 11 there, the adapt Jordan 11, exactly. He worked on that process, getting that to work on the Jordan 11, and he said making this midsole was harder than that. So you can imagine how hard it was, and to hear people say it was like a lazy release, whatever. All that to say, I wore other stuff today. I don't know how I got on that tangent, but here we are. Three wears today.
Are those Huaraches an OG color?
They are. They were actually originally a women's colorway. Yeah, but they were OG in 91. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
it looked like it. That's why I had to ask.
If it's something that you don't see, like you're talking about, you don't know how the OG is going to look like, the Jordan 2 OG.
Well, I don't know how comfortable, how much
how comfortable it's going to be. Like, aside, you're not going to see the inside text, so they might as well. I'm sure they're just going to use whatever.
Yeah, it's just a matter of what they use to make the polyurethane, like how the polyurethane is used. Like it's because the Jordan 2s I've worn in the past are, believe it or not, extremely comfortable. They're very, very cushiony, very pillowy, like under your feet. These are not as much so that, but again, maybe you're giving up a little bit of cushion for a lot long. It's gonna the polyurethane midsole will last a lot longer.
Oh, I hope for you that they used some Zoom React. How about that? Huh?
I hope they do.
Put a little stamp in the back.
Put a stamp in
React. React
Zoom. Oh man, that would be so bad.
Air Zoom React.
Oh, I should imagine.
Yeah. Perfect. Cal, what did you wear on feet today?
Today I wore Guava Ice, I think is the name. It's a Jordan 1. It's got the writing on the side and stuff like that. I dyed them. So I just put them on today to just take a quick look down. And that's it. I didn't wear them very far or anything like that. I only wore them to check them out, how they looked. I did a coffee dye on them, and then it turned the midsole a nice color, but it didn't do to the shoe what I wanted it to do. So I went and bought a brown dye, and I just put it in real quickly because I didn't want it to mess with the leather too much. I was just trying to get the fabric, and it turned it a nice, like almost purplish like hue to it, which it's pretty good. The material, the reason I wanted to dye them is because the material like stains and just catches everything, and it's like if you get a drop of water on it, like maybe the liner of that material is like black. Like if you get water on it, it comes up like black, like ring around where the water is. They stain extremely easy. So that's why I was trying to dye the material to try to make it so you can't see it anymore, which didn't work out at all. But it still changed them to a cool color, and I like the way they look.
Yeah,
Nice.
I like that. Do you think you're gonna dye some more stuff after?
Possibly. It depends. I don't have a whole bunch of white shoes.
Right.
So that's kind of my issue. But it was kind of neat, and I wanted to try. I might, to be completely honest, I might go another round with these. I want to try to figure out how I can get that material darker.
Yeah.
Without touching the leather, because the leather looks really nice now.
Okay.
I really like the way the leather looks now.
That's nice. Well, I have a double wear, but I think I'm just mentioning it because Sean has 3. First wear was a Air Max 97 Silver Bullet, my slip-on shoes.
Nice.
Right, I've talked about them before. But then later on in the afternoon, when I had to go out, I wore some New Balance 990V5 Aimé Léon d'Or colorway. Yeah, mostly because I'm wearing some swimwear shorts from Quality. They've got like this leafy blue navy pattern on it. And I don't know, sometimes some of my shorts don't look like they would match with some shoes, but I felt like it matched with this New Balance Aimé Léon d'Or. Kind of more like a loungy look vibe, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
You're going out. You telling me you're going out in the streets in swimwear? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Wow.
Only 2 pieces of fabric between me and the world is what I'm saying.
From what I hear, that's more than enough. But anyway.
Oh yeah.
Hey now.
Wait, what do you say? Hey, what? I fell right into that one.
Can I just, before you move on, just because Calby triggered something with me when he was talking about staining and dyeing and stuff like that, and you guys tell me if this is sort of a passive-aggressive move.
Yeah.
So when I posted last week, I wore my Union 2s, the rattan colorway, and this week I wore the gray fog colorway. And both times I had a few people, the only comment they said to me was, you're not worried about the dye transfer? Like because I was wearing denim both times.
Oh.
And they're like, oh, I sure hope you don't get dye on those. Like, is that like a fucking passive aggressive? Like, it's like, oh, you got a new car? I hope you don't get keyed. I hope something doesn't happen to it. It's not like nice car. Oh, nice car. Congratulations. Nice shoes. No, I hope you didn't get dye in them. Like, no, am I wrong? Am I off base here?
Yeah. I feel like it's
an odd move. No, to say like your first comment to me is, I hope you don't get dye on those sneakers.
It's a weird. If you don't have a relationship with the person, I feel like I feel like it's a weird. This is my only contribution to your life will be this, and it's like I hope a bird doesn't shit on your head.
Yeah, exactly. Like if one of you guys said to me, "Oh fuck, are you not worried about like, something the denim gonna transfer the dye, whatever?" I take it seriously,
right?
But if I've never heard from you before, and you're like, I sure hope we don't get fucking dye on those shoes. Like,
I think they are kind of wishing it upon you.
A little bit, right? A little.
Maybe it's they did it to themselves and they're hoping you say, "Why have you heard that?" And then they could go into a whole spiel about
it could be
sympathizing.
My friend got these 16-ounce salvage denim jeans, and they
need your
transferred
sympathy,
onto
man.
it.
They want to be part of the story.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm wearing Quality denim, and they don't run. They don't dye. The dye does not run, so I don't have. I knew I didn't have to worry about that. But it's also like a bit of a dick move.
But also, if you want, you can pick up some sweatpants from Quality, some jogger pants,
sure,
the ones with the drawstring at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go check them out at Quality on Instagram, KUWALLATEE, or go on their website, quality.com. I think if you guys rush, pay attention, they're doing their warehouse sale right now.
Yes, they are.
You catch some nice gear with some discountage.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Lucky yous. Yeah. And then after that, once the warehouse sale is over, you can use our coupon code, which is KICKS20. You get 20% off your order. get that fast shipping, get that dope look. They got their summer wear. They got all their hats, their I call it loungewear, but it's not loungewear. It just looks really comfy. All their shorts, all their tanks, and all that stuff.
What they used to call it, cozy boys.
Oh, cozy boys.
I smell a new
Summer
podcast
cozy.
coming. The cozy boys.
Cozy boys podcast. It's probably exists already. They're like, thanks for the plug. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's get to one of our favorite segments on this podcast. It's called New Shoes.
You have to learn to do that, Kelby.
Good enough.
I spent many years smoking, man.
Does anyone have something?
I have only one pickup. Look at this.
Oh,
first world problems. I only have one pair of new shoes this week. But I do have some other stuff, sneaker adjacent, that I would like to share also. Should I go first? Or do you want
Let me
first?
go.
Okay.
You say I think yours is pretty
It's pretty cool.
special. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Right off the bat, I got a few packages in the mail. I got a nice box from Reebok Canada. They were really cool. They just like hit me up to say, "Hey, do you want a pair of our classic leather?" I'm like, "Sure." And they're like, "Cool, we'll send a pair over." So in the mail, you can't really see on YouTube because of the light. It's just shining so bright. It's that classic white leather, classic leather Reebok with that gum sole going on.
Man.
So
that is
cool.
an 80s sneaker right there.
Dude, I'm sure you could put a dye job on this one.
Yeah. Yo, you
No,
could,
for real. With this gum sole?
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Definitely.
we'll talk later. And also gonna shout out to Reebok Canada and shout out to Under Armour Canada. They sent over another package here. This is the Curry 9 Flow Dribble Me Elmo, right? And it's cool. I like it. They're sending most of this what they call the Street Pack, the Sesame Street collab. It also came with some cool apparel, a T-shirt, a hoodie, and a crew neck, and it says it's like Curry brand, right? And then it's got the Elmo. This is like a patch.
Yeah.
This is
Wow,
not
nice.
like a print. It's like a fuzzy patch. It's nice. So shout out to Under Armour Canada. Gonna just speak quickly about like I had to take photos of this and I couldn't figure like let me ask you guys. You guys know Elmo? You know Elmo from Street.
Yeah.
Sure.
What's Elmo's signature? Like what's he all about? Like Cookie Monsters is cookies. Oscar the Grouch is trash.
Yeah.
Right? Elmo. What I say Elmo to you. What do you do?
I don't think I'm. Oh, you laugh?
Giggle? That's what I
giggle.
was gonna say. Giggle.
Tickle Me Elmo. It was Tickle Me Elmo back in the 90s, right?
Well, how do you translate that onto a photo?
That's a great question.
So
you had your wife. You lied on the ground. You had your wife tickle you.
Yes, but that didn't work. So one of my favorite stories about Elmo is that I think there was an episode that aired back in 2004 where Zoe, another Muppet, has two cookies, and it's her pet Rocco, and Elmo. And Elmo's like, "Oh, cool! You have like two cookies. I want one of the cookies." She's like, "No, that cookie's for Rocco, my pet Rock." And Elmo goes ballistic. He goes, "What are you talking about? Like rocks don't eat cookies." Like he really goes off on that episode.
Wow.
So that stuck with me because that was back like years ago. January of this year, the subject came back up. Like social media picked it up. Elmo goes ballistic, goes on a rant about how rocks don't eat cookies and shit like that. And Elmo actually starts tweeting. He goes, "Has anyone ever seen a rock eat a cookie? I'm just curious." Like he posted that on his Twitter. I thought it was freaking hilarious. So that has stuck with me. Elmo is passive aggressive.
Yes.
So my photo for that is his shoe on rocks with a cookie on the side. But I don't think anyone catches it. Only those who know.
It's a deep cut.
Deep cut. So happy with that photo.
That's great.
It only brings me joy. Yeah. So, anyways, that was it. But yeah,
Very
shout
cool.
out to Canada Curry brand. Yeah, dope kicks.
Very nice.
Cal, do you have something?
I got something in the mail.
You can talk about it. It's up to you.
I mean, I was looking for a pair of Yeezys. I'm not a huge Yeezy fan, but I'm a huge fan of the 700. Both V1 and V2. And I was looking for a while. And I mentioned to Chris that I was looking, and then Chris was like, "Oh, hey, I got a pair." And then we worked out a deal. So I got a pair of the Static V2 Yeezys coming my way. Adidas, obviously, and I'm super excited about it. I really like that shoe a lot. That's why I don't even have it, and I'm sitting here talking about it right now.
This is how the conversation went, Sean, and I think you'll appreciate this.
Mm-hmm.
Cal was like, "Hey," he sends me like names of like a few resale shops.
Mm-hmm.
Goes, "Are there other resale shops here, like in Canada, and some that have Sezzle, bitch?"
Sezzle,
Right.
bitch.
Yeah,
We appreciate that. So then I go, "Hold on," and I I send him a list of all these stores. He's like, "Okay, cool." And I'm like, "Oh, this is good." Like, not that someone's spending money, but like, I just like people shopping,
Yeah, of course.
And that's Sezzle, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Not sponsored. We should stop mentioning their name.
we need to get sponsored by them, man.
We should say Sizzle or something. That's code.
Yeah.
So,
Florna.
Florna. Before pay. So, then I didn't know it's because he was looking for 700s.
Yeah,
and that's
and that's why I wanted Sezzle for it or whatever.
Right.
Yeah,
they weren't budgeted for it, but I was like, man, I want a pair of these.
Yeah. So
Nice.
we'll get you. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, no, it's a good shoe to have. Like it made sense that you should have one too. It is, and I think it's your style too.
Yeah, I think it's very my style. Like it's for me personally, it's like a futuristic dad shoe. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I'm all about like, I like the trainers, the runners or whatever, but I also like aggressive lines. Like I really like the New Balance 997 with the S outsole on it. And so this reminds me of like that same wavelength where you can look at it and be like, well, if you told me it was from the 90s, I could probably believe you, but it looks futuristic compared to what came out back then. So for me, it's a shoe I really like. I got a pair of Essential sweatpants that I haven't taken a photo in yet. I'm waiting to take a photo with those shoes. That's like, I already got it in my head what I'm wearing and stuff. So I'm excited.
Cool. Yeah. And now, okay, Sean, you ready?
Okay. Yes. Okay. So I mentioned I went to the UPS store before to ship something off, and that was because a guy I met through Instagram who's become a pretty good friend over the last couple of years. His name is Brendan Kirby. He is actually like a morning show host in Rhode Island.
Oh man,
which is kind of funny. It's like and he wears every Friday he'll wear a pair of kicks on and it's like his Friday kicks kind of thing, and he wears them on the show and shows them off. And but he is a huge fan of the Air Trainer 1. Right. And they released in the US I guess this past week or something, or a couple weeks ago. And they, of course, everything sells out there.
Really?
So they sold out. Yeah, they sold out everywhere. I think maybe like local shops, if you had a local shop, some of those got them in. But if you're just banking on sneakers, the sneakers app, they were gone. So I said to him, I said, listen, we got them. They're sitting all over the place here. They're everywhere. Yep. So I like, if you can hook me up. So that's exactly what I did. I bought a pair for him. I got them through Size in Toronto. Cool. And I bought them on a Thursday and they came on a Friday. it was
nice.
Nuts.
Oh, that's nice.
It was crazy. And it's like free shipping and everything. So, but because I bought those, I was like, I gave me the itch to want to get a second pair. I'd been contemplating getting a second pair. And so here we go. I got my second pair of Nike Air Trainer 1 mids in the chlorophyll colorway. So I got a second pair of those.
Very nice.
I love them. I don't know. There's something about the sneaker. I love it. Like I wore those, the Photon Dust again today. And I love them. I don't know. They might be my new summer shoe.
Is that the one that McEnroe wore?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
McEnroe made it famous. Agassi wore them also. MJ actually wore them. Michael Jordan wore them a couple of times. A couple of photos of him wearing them. And he liked them too. But yeah, McEnroe for sure was the one who made them famous. So that was my one sneaker pickup. But the adjacent stuff was very cool.
Uh-huh.
So our good friends our friend Jimmy Jensen over at McDowell's brand.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out to Jimmy. He's been on the show, and we've been a supporter from way back when he first started, I think. And he hit me up because he had teased a T-shirt that he was going to put out that featured an ad with Michael Jordan on the cover.
Yeah,
like Michael Jordan ad. It was about where it's reading something of education. It was some kind of educational ad promotion. And there's a picture of him wearing the twos on this ad, and he's sitting like on a bench and holding books. And it's something about reading, blah, blah, blah. So I can't remember exactly verbatim what the ad says right now, but he made a T-shirt based on that with that ad. And I said, oh shit, I got to get one of those. Or I think I put it in my IG stories, and I need or something like that. And he hit me up saying, I got one. There's going to be one on the way for you. I'm like, no, I'm happy to buy one. Like I've bought many pieces of his apparel before. I'm like, I'm happy to buy. He's like, no. This is a twos. There's twos on this. You need this shirt. So I'm like, very nice. And then he sent them to me. He sent it to me. And so here's the shirt. This is the shirt. If you guys are watching on YouTube, very dope shirt, black shirt with the print ad. But instead of saying whatever it said on the original ad, it says, you can soar to new heights by reading McDowell's.
That's so good.
There's always a McDowell's little hint on there. I love the shirts are such good quality. They're so good.
I was just
They're
about to say,
thick, good
heavy,
quality shirts,
right?
man. They're heavy, yes. So he sent me that, but he didn't just send me that. He sent me a black one. He also sent me a blue one.
Ooh, yeah.
I wasn't expecting any of this.
I like the way that blue hits.
Yeah, the blue. I almost wore that today with my the Unions, but I ended up wearing a white shirt instead. But yeah, it would have been nice with the Unions. I made a mistake.
You could have kept lifting up your shoe to show the red hit.
Exactly, with the red hit and the stains, all the jean stains all over. So he sent me that, and in those two shirts, and also in the package was a McDowell's brand jersey, a reversible jersey.
Yeah, that's dope. That's really cool.
Very cool, very, very cool. And then last but not least, then he also a 2-pack of his 45 socks, just like Michael Jordan wore in when he came back in 1995. He wore those with the Jordan 10s. Nice. And I dropped this. And the last but not least, he a pair of UNC practice shorts, the navy colorway that he released both colorways that MJ wore. So MJ wore a UNC blue one and also a navy one, and under his uniforms. So he sent me this whole big care package. I'm like, so I have to give a huge shout out to Jimmy for McDowell's brand I was not expecting all of this stuff.
Yeah.
But I guess he just wanted to, thank me for the support over the years and stuff like that. I'm always happy to promote his stuff because I love it so much. Like it's one of those cool things where it's like a very small upstart kind of little brand he made, but it's genuinely dope stuff. It's really cool stuff that he puts out. Yeah. And it's become popular to the point where shit's selling out. Like it's like instantaneous. Like those shorts sold out immediately. So he's got a good thing going there, man. I don't know. I remember back when he made the Kobe shirts.
Right.
And then a few NBA players were wearing them in the tunnel and stuff like that.
100%.
Yeah. That guerrilla marketing was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yeah. Incredible.
So smart the way he went about that.
Even the name, right? McDowell's brand. Like
McDowell's, that hits.
So good.
I love it.
So good.
I love it so much.
Oh my God, so good. Anyway, so huge shout out to Jimmy for sending the stuff over. Very, very grateful. Yeah.
Big shout out. McDowell's brand on IG if you guys want to look for it.
Yeah.
Does he have a pair of shoes he's working on or something?
No, he's made shoes. They're a knockoff of Jordan 1s, like a white and an orange metallic colorway. He's done a white and green, I think. But he's also, I think, releasing, if he hasn't, I don't think he's released it yet, but he's also releasing the Mac Attack, the Nike, like a version of the Mac Attack, but with his logo instead of the Nike logo. Very, very cool. And apparently, the quality, I don't have a pair of the shoes, but the quality looks incredible from the pictures I've seen. And people that own them say the quality is really great. From
his apparel, he's not gonna pull any punches.
Dude, the UNC shorts, I have like a Jordan brand released their own version of this a few years ago. Yeah. These are better than Jordan brand shorts. The quality's better, the cut's better. it's more of a real 80s style looking short. Like it's not the Jordan Brand ones are long to my knee. This is going to be a little embarrassing to wear these out in public, but I will. Anyway, yeah, this is quality. The stuff on this, the apparel, all the apparel is amazing. The socks are great quality.
Even the
everything.
socks. The socks are like
amazing.
good socks, man.
Really good quality socks. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to McDowell's brand.
Shout
on
out.
IG.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. Let's head over to flooding our feeds. Let's see what's going on on social media for kicks. We do have Jordan 4 Midnight Navy. Supposed to be coming out on October 1st. You've seen this one?
Yes.
Like more like a darker navy blue.
It looks darker, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just a bit of red hits on I think the tongue area or something.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering how well did the Motorsport Jordan 4 do? It's
No,
the only
not well.
other. Wait, no, isn't there there's that one? There's like a winterized Jordan 4 that's like a navy blue.
Yeah.
It looks like the M&M ones.
They kind of
yeah, exactly. Yeah, kind of exactly. Yeah. I mean, none of those really sell well, I don't think.
This
will be another one of those. I think it'll be another sitter. Yeah. It's tough too because we're going through a phase here in Canada where a lot of this stuff is sitting.
Mm-hmm.
Like almost everything is sitting again, and which is fantastic for me. Like obviously not the hype stuff, not the collaborations and stuff, the collabs and stuff, but then the stuff that I want to get, the GR stuff is just for a while everything was selling out just like the States, and now we're back to a little bit of a. I think because maybe the what do you call it there, the shipments are
the
coming.
gully.
The gully's open.
They're spending all their money on 550s and 990 V3s.
Exactly.
Possible.
It's very possible. It's very possible. But yeah, all the shipments I guess are coming back in. Like the floodgates have opened up, so there's more stock. Maybe I don't know if that's what it is, but I mean it's just very available.
Like Cal, I don't know how much you were joking, but it's a very good point because let's say you're gonna buy a GR Jordan 6 midnight, right?
Yep. Sitting
$300 here in Canada with taxes or whatnots.
Yeah.
If you get a New Balance 550, you're less than $200 in.
Right.
So that's like an easier pill to swallow. New Balance is expensive, like just based on quality stuff. Like the made in the USA stuff is like $300 as well. But I don't know.
I see the 550s selling out everywhere. Everywhere I go, like looking around online, they're all sold out.
Yeah.
And people are waiting like, oh, can't wait to get to the next one. And it's pretty crazy, man. Like
I mean,
it's also crazy that it's for me, like I bought a bunch of these trainers recently and they're 160 Canadian, right? So after tax, if there's free shipping, it's like 184. Which is, and then I'm looking at a Jordan 1 today.
Yeah.
And like, it's $215 plus tax. So it's like $247. It's like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
To be able to buy something under $200 nowadays is rare in Canada, especially for Jordan retros. And so when I'm buying, it's like, it's been nice to have this little break, from having to get those $200, $300 hits on the bank account. But yeah, it's, yeah, I don't know. So this Jordan 4, I don't know. It'll sit for sure. I can't imagine it'll do well. Although those what are those ones? The military blacks.
Yes,
those sold well apparently.
Yeah.
So who knows? You never. It's hit or miss. Who was telling me that? It's Brian actually. OG Sneaker shout out as usual. But his one of the local shops called Manor in Phoenix. He said that military black, those fours, he said that they had the most raffle entries of any Jordan retro they've had in years.
Really?
I don't know what people are going crazy for this sneaker for. It's a very bland sneaker, but apparently people went nuts. So maybe just based on that, maybe that kind of trend, maybe that's what it'll go. But I don't know.
It's
these. Yeah,
I'm saying military blue Jordan 4, which have a history, didn't do as well.
Yeah, but the last time
was it
2012.
That was pre Last Dance?
Oh yeah, that was 2012. Yeah.
Oh no, wait,
that's 10 years ago.
That's not what I'm thinking about. Fuck. Yeah, regardless.
Yeah. But yeah, it's these. I can't imagine these will do well. But again, who the hell knows these days?
What do you guys think about them?
They're okay.
I could pass.
Yeah,
there's something about a blue. I was naming all those blue Jordan 4s because they don't. To me, military blue Jordan 4. That's the only one that should exist.
Yeah, and this is just very much like the those motorsports. It's just a darker blue, right? It's
right.
That's it. That's the only difference.
I don't know.
And then the red hit on the tongue, but
which is weird too, because if motorsport Jordan 4s had released 7 years ago, we would have gone crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And those motorsports 4s sat,
they sat
everywhere.
hard. Yeah. Okay, Travis Scott, Air Max 1 and Air Trainer 1s, they're all releasing. So 4 sneakers from Travis Scott, all releasing May 27th. That's in a few days. Here in Canada, I know they're running raffles at some boutiques. How do you guys feel about these?
I like the Air Max, especially the brown pair. I don't know what the name is. I like it a lot, actually. It's one of my favorites of his shoes. That's the first time. Well, I guess no, that's a lie because I like the concept pack. But other than that, it's one of the first times that I saw an Air Max and was like, damn, like I really want that. So yeah, I entered some raffles for it. I like it. The trainers are not for me. But yeah, I like the Air Max a lot.
I think I'm the opposite. I think I prefer the trainer.
Yeah.
I think I prefer the trainer. The Air Max 1 is not doing it for me, but I'm not going to go for either of them. But I think I prefer the trainer. I'm just looking at them side by side here. But
so you're saying they're not going to resell well? Mr. Reseller? Huh?
Well, I'm Mr. Collab and Mr. Reseller.
Oh, excuse me. Pardon. Yes, pardon me.
Yes, it is surprised that I won't be getting these since I'm Mr. Collab.
You know what? Let me shout out the Livestock. They make entering raffles on their site very easy.
Yes.
Agreed.
Click, done.
Click,
done. Click, done. Yeah. So I entered for all of them.
Nice. Oh, nice.
Yeah. I do. Yeah, I like the Air Max. Air Trainers aren't bad too. I don't know if I would keep them. I'm gonna be honest. If I get them, if I score on them, I don't know if I'm gonna keep them. It's a good flip. Like for me to get another shoe that I really want, that I don't want to spend another like $300-$400 on. So that could work. But
that's part of the reason I didn't try for the Air Trainers is because I don't, they're, like I said, they're not for me. But I didn't want to get them in hand and be like, well, I do kind of like them, and then have it get like a in the middle resale value to be like, well, now that I kind of like them, is it worth it to make that money? Like, or I could just wear them, and next thing you know, I got a shoe that I never planned on having.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Collection now.
Yeah, there is risk of keeping them.
That will play nicely to my next week new shoes, because that's exactly what I'm like. I bought something today. I'm like, I don't think I wanted these. I passed them in the original release. Now they're on my way to my house. I'm like, but I'll like Calby, I might come up with an excuse just to keep them. I'll see.
There you go. Okay, Cal. This past week, Ronnie Feig just posted a picture on his Instagram. I think you know which picture I'm talking about. Can you tell us a bit about that one?
Well, he on his main feed, he posted the 990 V2 in a Cyclades colorway, which is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
So the Cyclades colorway was originally used on a 997.5. Right? Yeah. No. 997.5. Sorry. And it's beautiful. And now he's transferred that for the 10-year anniversary. They're supposed to come out last year, but delays and everything. He's transferred it onto a 990 V2, and it looks amazing. And then they were shooting the lookbook for the summer catalog. And in one of his IG stories, you can see the other pairs from the pack, which include the V1 in the rose gold, which came from a 990. the Daytona V3, which came from the Daytona 1600s, and the United Arrows and Sons on the V4, which is from his United Arrows and Sons pack that he did also with non-native. So they're looking good, and I'm thinking they must be coming for summer this year.
Yeah. Sean, do you know what's going on? What we're talking about?
I'm looking at them right now. Yeah.
So these are all recognized Ronnie colorways, like Ronnie color blockings.
Okay.
And he's putting them on like different shoes. And it's got us all up.
You're all on Twitter.
Yeah.
You're all a buzz.
Especially he's been like teasing them for like a while now.
Yeah. Because they're supposed to come out last year. They were actually supposed to come out last year. And they didn't. And then I believe that's why they made the big deal about the GL Life 5s with the salmon toe and the leatherback. Because I believe that just took up the space, and they had to release one. And I believe those ones were sitting on a boat in the harbor where the New Balance, nobody really knew where they were at the time. So he had to release one of those because they're both supposed to be a big deal. And he released those, and now these are coming. They actually, few months ago, the Daytona and the Rose Gold, the V1 and the V3, hit outlets in Toronto, and it was a real weird situation. I was talking to people in Toronto that were trying to get them, that had them put in the back for them, and when they showed up at the store, they told them no, we're no longer allowed to sell them. I saw a post somewhere, and then it came down. So, and I know Ronnie follows that account, so it almost seemed like Ronnie told him, like, take that down, or asked him, I should say, not told him. But so it's been quite an ordeal. I'm praying I get that loyalty program. Shout out Ronnie, I know you're listening, bro.
Okay, you know how shoes get teased now, like maybe a year in advance, or you get a leaked picture or a sketch of some sort.
Yeah.
And then they keep going at with the sneak peeks. Oh, a better look at whatever.
Yeah. In hand, on feet.
Yeah.
At the box, in the
random
box.
guys walking in the street with them.
Yeah.
Cal, this release has been teased many times. Has it gone past you get excited every time you see a picture, or it's gone to the point where you get like, yo, enough of this, just fucking release them? Have you gone past that yet, or you're still in the excited mode?
I'm very excited now. After that Cyclades picture, I'm very excited. Then I saw them with the lookbook, and I'm thinking they got to be coming soon. So that's why, if another month goes by and they haven't released, I'll start getting to the point of like, stop showing me the shoe. I don't want to see it anymore. But right now I feel like they must only be a few weeks away. Because he put it on his main feed. So I believe they're coming soon. And I've seen him wearing them. I've seen him around. He's been wearing the United Arrows and Sons pair. I'm thinking they have to be coming soon. If not, I will be there. I'll be at that point where it's like the first seeing the Virgil Off-White, the 10 pack, when I'm like, stop showing me this. I don't want to see it on my feed anymore.
Do you feel that way, Sean, with the Amamaniac 2, or you like?
No, man. The more I see it, the more I get more excited I get. Yeah,
that's good. So that means they're doing it right. Not too many picks.
But I'm also a very biased consumer.
Well, Cal's biased too. Like about
that's
this.
That's true.
Right?
I have them in the Kith book from last year that I've been looking at them for months. Like,
if you love it, you don't care how many times you see it. You want it. You want to see more.
I get you.
Yeah, fair. I'm unless you miss, unless you catch the L, then it's like, oh man, I don't want to see this.
Then that's like someone telling you, "Oh, hope you don't get denim stains."
That's what I'm like. Come on, one of these guys with Sezzle, get him. That's my only path in resale, man. That's the only way I'm doing resale is Sezzle.
Florna. Yeah.
Yeah, Klarna, after bright pay.
So another shoe announced to be coming out. LeBron 9 in a regal pink. Let me just stop you guys right there. I know we don't want to talk about this shoe. I put it in the rundown because seeing all these they're starting to retro the old Nike basketball shoes, right?
Yeah.
LeBron 9, they've put out several colorways of it now.
Yeah.
So is there another shoe that hasn't been announced to be retroed, Nike basketball wise, that you're hoping that you'd be cool if they like punched it back out? Do you remember something there? Oh, that used to be cool, or it's not.
I mean, thing. Yeah.
Or maybe like even. Well, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say there's a lot that I've for sure a lot of old Nike basketball sneakers that I've never retroed. I'd love to see the Air Flight 89 High come back.
Yeah.
The Air Flight, the Air Force STS.
Oh yeah.
Remember there was had like a hint of 89, I think, came out, and it had a hint of elephant print on it on the side, which is I think the only other sneaker that ever had elephant print besides the 3. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of old Nike sneakers that I'd love to see come back.
Flight.
Solo flights. Air Assaults have come back, but not for a while. But there's a whole, like, all those late 80s, early 90s Nikes are incredible.
Would you get I know it's kind of retroed, a mellow 5.5 or
those I didn't like those mellows, the 5.5s, those 0.5 ones. No, I wasn't a big fan of those. No.
Cal, but, some Nike best, like some KD stuff or some
what is it, the KD4 that had the strap?
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty cool shoe. I always liked the Easter pair. I never got a pair.
Right.
Same with, what is it, ND7? Is that the name of it?
N7.
N7,
the N7 line, yeah.
Yeah. I like that one as well. Otherwise, I know they're coming, and I'm just waiting to get my hands on a pair of Kobe's, whichever they decide to release next, if they actually have some stock this time. But
hopefully, the next one has a bit more numbers behind it.
Yeah, I'd like to get a new pair of Kobe's 6s or 9 lows. If they brought out some 9 lows, that'd be pretty cool. I like the 9 low. It's narrow now. I know to size up. But that's probably about it. I mean, if I kept thinking, I could probably think of like some other things that might be neat. But off the top of my head, something that I would actually know that I would consider grabbing would just probably be a KD4 or something from the Kobe line.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's look at this. The Jordan 1 Low UNC. They call it a UNC, but it seems a bit dark blue to me, or like not regular blue, not light blue. I wasn't gonna even look at the shoe, but then I zoomed in on the pic. I was like, "Yo, that white leather upper is really nice. Like the quality of the leather."
Yeah. I think I'm looking at the right one.
Yeah, I think I saw it on.
Is that on Z Sneaker?
Z Sneaker has ZZ.
Let me double check. So I think I'm looking at the wrong sneaker.
It's a low.
It's a low.
I put it in there. Summertime.
Oh yeah. Of course. Yes. Oh, someone's ringing the doorbell. Sorry, guys. My wife just got home. Doesn't realize we're recording. Yes, they're nice. They're nice. Is it a need? I don't know.
Don't you have, if you have like the, let's say, the Costin, right? It has it has the blue on it. It's a low Jordan 1. Don't you have another Jordan 1 low with blue on it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Costin. I have the Costin. I have other. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's necessary.
So is this the one? Sorry, I didn't know that there was so many that have come out. I just took a quick look, and then when you said zoom in, I was like, oh, well, I guess I should take a zoom in, and then so I re-Google it, and I got a bunch. Is this the one with the dark toe and the dark swoosh on it? I'm looking at one now. It says
no. This one has
the Air Jordan 1 Low OG UNC.
No, I don't think
it's got a black toe. It's like a black toe. Black toe. UNC hits on the heel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's
okay.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes,
That
that's it.
sounds about
That's
it.
it. Yeah.
That's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. It's I don't know.
For me personally, I don't really do the light blue and white combination too much. So for
Yeah.
this, it
Yes.
kind of darkens it up a bit
Perfect.
for me. I kind of like that.
Right.
Yeah. No point in doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're calling it a UNC though.
The
Unless it's the
Obsidian
blues-
wasn't really UNC either.
But it definitely had UNC blue hits on it.
I get
It
that.
did.
but-
It did. This is like this is like a very dark, or like a dark powder blue.
They should find another name because
Yes.
this is the.
Just because it's like a lighter blue doesn't mean
I
it
think
has to
we've
be
hit
UNC.
the 30 dozen UNC Jordan ones.
Yeah. At least the Baker's doesn't.
Yeah.
They should have just called it like an obsidian, right?
Yeah, something.
Sure.
Did they
It
not?
looks more like exactly.
That blue looks very close.
Yeah. Much better that way. Yeah.
Eh,
I kind of like it, just even the two-tonedness of it.
Mhm.
The way you don't see too many Jordan 1 lows like that. So I kind of I mean, I probably won't buy them, but I kind of like it.
Right. Yeah. Makes sense. That's fair. Okay. I think that's good enough for flooding our feeds. This week, since we have Cal, Sean,
That's me.
yep, and myself on the pod, I thought it was a nice opportunity for us to look at how each of us has like a certain penchant for certain types of sneakers that are not like what the others are liking. So Sean, more of like Jordan guy, right? Calby, more of like the Kith styles. Me recently, I've been more into like basketball sneakers. And I thought maybe it would be good if, let's say, to all the listeners and to the, let's say, imagine the other members of the podcast are new to sneakers. If you were to introduce your particular sneaker world, what would you say? So if you guys like, I could start us off. So I'm into like basketball sneakers right now. My sneaker world looks a lot like these are more fairly priced sneakers. Okay, you can get a variety of things. The beauty of a basketball shoe is not necessarily only about the aesthetics. You kind of factor in functionality while you're looking at the shoe. And the main times that I'd be wearing the shoe is on a basketball court.
mhm.
So the opinions of, I don't know, the people on the street don't matter as much as the people that I'm going to be playing basketball with.
Mm.
This is kind of like the basketball world of sneakers. Also, many of the basketball shoes are attached to a particular athlete. So if you're into that, this is the world you should get into.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you guys were to introduce your particular world to a new sneakerhead, what might you say?
Yeah, mine is, I mean, that's my whole thing is, I mean, it's very Nike Jordan heavy. I mean, almost exclusively. A few Converse thrown in there, but it's all very much initially anyway. The genesis of my sneaker page or my sneaker world is very much tied to athletes I saw growing up as a teenager. So Michael Jordan, Andre Agassi, John McEnroe, Magic Johnson. That's why the Converse are in there. So there's a lot of, like, for me, it's a lot of history behind what you'll see in my world. And I dabble a little bit in recent years into other stuff, like collaborations.
Collabs.
It's very Jordan 2 heavy. But yeah, it's for me, it's all about the history behind the stuff that I bought, that I love. It's all there's stories behind it. I mean, obviously, a random colorway of something is not going to be, there's not going to be a huge story there, but there's a bud, or there's a connection in some way, whether it's the model, a colorway. There's some sort of connection for me. It's not just about, I like the look of that sneaker. There's usually some sort of tie in it to me, to connect it to some athlete I saw, or usually Michael Jordan or Andre Agassi. I'm not kidding. But it's a lot of it's also to do with like my stuff I saw when I was growing up. Like I'm talking about when I was saying those Nike Air Flight highs that from '89 that I would love to see come back. I never owned them, but I love seeing them on people's feet back when I played ball against people, and I'd love to get a pair of those. I don't do vintage. Like I have a few vintage things in my collection, but only because I kept them from when I was a teenager. I don't seek out vintage sneakers. Some people do, but that's not for me. But yeah, there's just for me, it's just a lot of history, a lot of meaning behind the stuff I buy. The connection to it, to my past, I guess. I'm not living in the past, I don't think.
No,
I might
I don't
be.
think so. That would be like, to your point, you're not you don't seek out the vintage. You just had it for a very long time to the point where it became vintage, but that wasn't the
that's
point
weird.
of it.
That's the weird part. Yeah, even the retros I have are vintage now. Like, that's how old I am. I have vintage retros.
Yeah.
So yeah. I kept a lot of stuff. I was a bit of a hoarder. So there's hoarding involved in my sneaker world, and there's a little bit of history as well.
I like that. Okay, good.
And I don't mean to cut. I'm gonna just step away for a second, but I think only because I think there's a package delivered to my door just now. So I might want. That might be good for the pod. Might be so you guys keep talking. And I'll be right back.
The Cal will introduce his world.
Excellent.
Go.
I mess around a lot with Kith, Ronnie Feig. And the reason that I do this, the flow of it is very casual and like street. I don't want to say street, but like when I say street, I mean like streetwear, like outerwear. It's not performance wear, although there is performance wear definitely involved in some categories and such. That's not where I dabble though. I dabble more in leaving the house, going out, trying to look good, get something to eat, and being comfortable doing it. So Kith has like very nice quality clothing, and a lot of it he plays with the same palettes. So you might have a hoodie from 3 seasons ago, but a new pair of shoes comes out, and that pair of shoes goes exactly with that hoodie from 3 seasons ago. So that's another reason to check their stuff out, because you put something on ice and it's still going to be dope later because you're going to find another piece that's going to go with it at another time.
Yeah. And
it's very comfortable, and it's kind of when I first started collecting Kith, especially here, I'm in Calgary in Canada. It was unknown. It was very unknown. No one really knew what it was, and it's grown now, but it's still got that little bit of if you know kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Like Kith itself as a brand has gone up a lot. Ronnie does a lot of Asics and New Balance, and New Balance especially has gone up a lot in the last few years in popularity. But it's still kind of like if somebody knows what shoes I'm wearing, I'm always like gonna hit that person with a dap, because it's not what everybody wears. And I keep going back and sticking with it, because I feel like even though my style might be similar to a younger generation, where I like to wear a lot of hoodies and stuff like that, and hats and sneakers, it's still got the like adult form to it as well. So I feel like if I buy this, when I'm X years old, 10 years down the road, it's still going to be cool, and it's still going to look like me and not like, oh, damn, you bought that when you were a kid. So that's another reason why I like going with their stuff. And again, the quality is crazy. They got collabs with everyone. No matter what, the thing I tell people is if you watch Ronnie's feed long enough, you're going to find something that you go, oh man, that's very me. Maybe you might be into like cereal and you're like, oh man, I love Cheerios. And then next thing you know, there's a Cheerios collab, or like he did the Disney collabs or the Looney Tunes collabs. He dabbles with Nike, with New Balance, with everyone. So
yeah,
I think if you watch his stuff long enough, he's going to hit you with something that's very you. And for me, most of what he does, I feel, is very me, from color wise to style and everything like that.
Cool. We're going to interrupt this little topic discussion real quick. Sean just picked something up from his Front door?
I thought my wife had come home. The doorbell rang. I thought she was like forgot her keys, but then I saw the person walk away from the door, so I thought, oh, maybe this is a delivery. Which is it's late. Like right now, it's 9:43 our time, and
which is weird.
In the East Coast.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it is what I think it is, this is going to be a very special unveiling on the podcast.
What's in the box?
What's in the? Shall I open it on the pod?
Sure.
Let's do it, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. So I am opening
ASMR
the
this
box.
shit.
Yeah. Oh.
For the people listening that can't see,
Oh shit!
Sean opens his
it
boxes
is.
with open scissors.
Oh,
Not a
no.
knife.
Are you allowed to show this?
Open scissors.
I can show it.
Okay.
Oh yes, I can show this.
Okay.
Oh shit! Oh shit! All right. Well.
Holy.
Okay. So I am opening the box right now to reveal.
Oh man.
This is holy shit. Okay.
For all
so,
the non-YouTubers, Sean Collard.
holy
This
shit.
is. We all saw the box, so we're all like
Oh my
going
god.
crazy.
Oh my god. Look at that.
Yeah. Can I read it?
Sure. Please read it.
Air
Chris.
Jordan 2 Retro SP Sale / Black Burgundy Crush.
Oh shit! I can't. Holy shit!
This is if for those
Oh,
without
my
the
God.
YouTubes, he just removed the plastic sheath.
Yes.
From
Sorry,
the box,
I'm
so
a
it's
little
the-
dumbfounded here, so I can't talk my way through this. So thank you for filling in for me, Chris.
Yeah.
So I removed a plastic sheath from this.
Sheath is the
You've
with
seen
the,
that sheath before.
You've
yeah,
seen
it's with
this.
the
You've all
Ama
seen the
Manière
Yes.
logos.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Holy
look
shit!
at
And
this.
there's the box, the Wings logo box, a la Jordan. Holy
He
shit!
just lifted the lid. Oh, the
Oh, my
pattern
God.
inside the
Oh, my
box,
God. Oh,
like
my
all
God,
the
yes.
imagery.
Got a nice picture of Jordan wearing some twos on the
Yeah,
inside
man.
of the box
And
lid.
There they
Ooh,
are.
on the pod
Holy
reveal.
shit! On the pod
Oh,
reveal.
man.
The Air Jordan 2 times Ama Manière. Holy shit. I did not
Yo.
expect these to come tonight.
So good.
Oh my God. So yes, here they are. I was sent a pair of the Air Jordan 2 Ama Manières. Wow.
Wow.
I'm like fucking I'm shaking a little bit here. This is nuts, man.
That's
These
awesome.
are insane.
And for those that don't know, that's why they brought me on the pod today.
Exactly. Oh man, yes. Well, yes. I guess I need to shout out to James Whitner.
Yo,
This is nuts,
Dang.
man.
yeah.
So I will say, as douchey as this sounds, I did know these were coming. James, actually, fucking crazy as it sounds, DM'd me a few weeks ago, saying he was going to make sure I got a pair. And so, true to his word, here they are, the Air Jordan 2 MMA.
Amazing. So good.
Ooh, fuck, these are nice in person. Holy,
What is that
shit.
heel cup like?
It's
like-
translucent. It's like a gray
Okay.
translucent.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nice.
it's hard
cool.
to see on camera there, but
yeah. No, we can see it.
Yeah. No, I got a good view.
it's
of
got
that
that
time.
crack leather like the ones.
Yeah. Amamanya
beautiful.
leather. So
Yeah.
good.
Oh man, fuck, these are nice.
Dude. Yeah.
Holy
I
Sean,
like
shit.
that branding on the heel. I don't think I saw it. That's a Manière healing
Yeah.
on the yeah.
Yeah.
Healing. Branding on the heel.
I don't know what the other one says. The other one says Manière also. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Extra laces from Mike. Our boy Mike loves the extra laces.
Yeah.
Uh,
You know
yeah.
what's cool is, or just the what do you call that? The neck, the heel, not the heel. What do you call that? The collar.
The collar. Yeah.
Just be careful not to get some denim staining.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Holy oh man, the collar is thick.
Yeah, thick boys.
Shit, the ankle. Yeah, sorry guys.
What laces are you gonna wear in those?
I think I'm gonna keep them with the black.
Yeah,
That's
I like
just
the black.
That's how
Black
I.
is good.
That's how I like a Jordan 2 to look with the offset. Oh man, yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely
cool.
keep the black.
Yeah, that was neat.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I did. I didn't. That's what a fortuitous delivery during the pod. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
very, very
Yeah,
cool.
because your other pickups were kind of,
Yeah, well, they were shit. Yeah, sorry, Jimmy, but they were shit. No, I'm kidding.
except for the McDonald's stuff.
Except for that, yes, except for the McDonald's brand stuff. But my trainers are garbage. Yeah, man,
Right.
what the shape is crazy. Yes, sorry guys. That's
No.
a little interruption there, but yeah,
The toe shape is as good in person as it looked in the
it
pictures?
is. Yes, it is. It's amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah, nice and sleek. Nice and sleek.
That's so sleek.
Right?
Yeah, very sleek. Look at that.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Crazy. Thanks, guys.
Dang. When's the release? Ended this month, no? Early
it was
next
originally mid-May, and now it's I think it's June, beginning of June. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
Wow.
He's all quiet and stuff, knowing that he was trying to drill in the back of the store, and they caught him and stuff. Trying to break through that back wall or whatever.
That's right. Damn.
All right.
That's crazy.
Okay. Well, but back to the topic.
I've derailed it.
No, it's good. It's good. This is how interruptions should be.
Yes.
Laced with Amamania Jordan 2s. Okay. So we each talked a bit about each of our worlds. How much do you think the others know about your world? So, Sean, how much do you think you know about Calby's world? Like myself, I do know a bit about Ronnie Feig stuff, like all the releases and the colorways and a bit about what he's about. But every now and then, Cal will get into the details.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I really don't know shit.
Yeah.
When Cal starts talking about like the history behind it. How much do you think you know about Calby's world?
Listen to Calby. First of all, the passion he has for the Ronnie stuff is incredible. And I think what he said too about how you don't even have to be super into Ronnie. You'll find something you like because there's so many collaborations and there's so many, incredible releases that they have that I have seen a lot of Ronnie stuff that I've loved. I've been to Kith in Brooklyn.
Ooh, I haven't.
See? Not a real fan then. Not a real fan. But yeah, so I don't know a ton about obviously about Calby's world or Ronnie's world for that matter. But I love listening to it because anytime anybody talks about stuff with passion, it's infectious, right? So I become like interested in Ronnie's stuff just because I listen to Calby talk about it so much,
right?
That it's cool to listen to. So I can't say I'm like I think I remember mentioning, or I think I posted a picture from Ronnie's store from Kith in Brooklyn, and it has the twos all along the ceiling, right? It has sculpted twos or casts of Jordan 2s, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Why is he? He must be such a massive 2 fan.
There's another one just like
me. I love Ron. And I think Calby, educated me that it was his second store, right? Or something like that. It was his second store he opened. So every store that he opens has a different sneaker on it based on which number store he opens.
Yeah.
So that was a Jordan 2. So he was the second store. But yeah. So that's I don't know a ton, but I learned from Calby.
And Cal, how much do you think you know about, let's say, Sean's world or my world? Sean, I didn't ask you how much you knew about my world either.
Your world, I find, is constantly changing, though.
I like to keep you guys on your toes.
It's hard to know your world.
Well, right
just
now,
when I think I know you. You flip to something different. You're always moving and shaking and evolving.
Yeah, I'm into Jordan 2s right now.
Exactly. I see that. Jordan 2s and Ronnie right now.
Yeah, so good.
That's kind of how I feel about Chris as well. So if we're just talking about like basketball right now, I don't know too much. I'm out of date with the tech and everything like that. I'll see a picture, and I might know it from there. Like I know the Mellow Pumas, and I'll see like the new KD came out or whatnot. But that's about as far as that goes. But Chris is kind of the guy, like you said, that it's because he's always moving. That it's if I have a question about something, I'm gonna hit him up. Like unless it's like a Jordan 2 question or like, what did Andre Agassi wear?
Just go on my IG, you'll find all the info there. Google me.
He's that Chris's world is my all around, like, okay, well, if I'm gonna ask somebody something, I'm gonna direct it towards Chris because I think he's got his fingers and everything.
Yeah, man.
Or his toes, I should say.
I see what you did there.
And when it comes to Sean's, it's kind of like what he said, similar about hearing me is like I know a little bit, you know what I mean? I'm not a spring chicken, but I haven't, paid like back in those days enough attention maybe to know all the details or anything. Like I don't know the details. I might know the model of the shoe, but I don't know any details. So whenever like Sean posts, like I've told him before, when he does his write-ups and stuff like that, like I enjoy it. I read the whole thing because I take it in, I soak it in. So then, next time someone says something, I'll be, oh, well, wait, hold on, man. Like, you know who this guy is? Like, I know some stuff, bro. This guy's getting shoes from Virgil. He's getting shoes from, you know what I mean? I was talking to him one day, and all of a sudden, Emma Meunier shows up.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even know the release
Like,
date.
literally
Got him in his house.
We have it on tape.
So that's kind of how I feel, is that I feel I could hold a conversation with either of you, really, but with both cases I'm going to be learning stuff, and that's probably why I'm having the conversation with you in the first place.
Yeah, but that's likewise. Like that's for, I think, all of us, where we learn from each other. And I've said, somebody said, I posted something on my Instagram stories, and one of my OG support group guys didn't know, like, about this. Remember, a stupid post about how the Jordan 6 has a little pouch at the top and there's a snap on it.
Yeah,
a lot of people didn't know that for some reason. But one of my OG support group guys, I won't mention his name, Seth, didn't know that, and he's like, I learned from you. I learned something new today, Mike. It's like all these years later, he didn't know that. He's been a Jordan, a Nike fan forever, and Jordan 6 fan. And he didn't know that there's a little snap. So it's like, and I said, but I learned from you. We all learn from each other. That's one of my favorite things about, if there's anything good about social media, is that when we can actually learn from genuine people, we learn from each other. That's the best part. Connecting and learning.
I have to say that, like, when I speak to, when I talk to Calby about like Ronnie stuff, I just straight up ask, or like, because it's weird, but I feel like I'm not supposed to know this info. Like the info that Cal finds out is stuff that people aren't supposed to know. And he somehow found it out because you like research it, or you really pay attention to stuff, or you even, Cal calls releases. Like, you just, Ronnie did this. I think this shoe's coming out soon.
Oh, and man.
Then, like office stories. Like, it's something that's not permanent, and Cal caught it. And then, a couple weeks later, this is coming out.
That's good.
That stuff. But then in Sean's world, since I've had Jordans for a long time. Mm-hmm. When I talk to Sean about details, I'll admit that sometimes I'll Google the info or go back to his page to find the info before I speak to him about the info.
I'm educating Chris. My job is done here.
No, I'm afraid to get a bad grade. And then you hold it over me for something.
That's right. You'll have to go to summer. You'll have to go to summer school.
Yeah. So that's how I deal with talking to you guys about like your topics, like your worlds. Seeing as how our worlds are kind of like, we don't know much about each other's world, but yet we do know about each other's worlds. Do we see any similarities between our worlds?
I think so.
Definitely. Yeah, exactly. That's what I see in Calby too. This is a passion for all things Ronnie, and my passions for mainly Jordan and mostly Jordan 2s.
Yeah.
But we're passionate. And Chris is like, I think, but Chris, where I connect with you, Chris, is the basketball side of things. You do dabble quite heavily in Jordan stuff. You dabble in a lot of different things too, but I think we're also of a similar age. So, right. We share a lot of similarities in that way, that we have same sort of points of reference in our collecting and in our history with stuff. So maybe we don't know, like I still Google stuff. I mean, I don't know everything.
Right.
But there's stuff that you've taught me a lot about, collabs. You've taught me about StockX. You know what I mean? So, which is maybe a taboo topic right now, but we're all, I think we're all, I don't know everything about all of you guys, both of you guys, or even Mike and Chloe, but I know the core of what you guys are into, and I think as long as you've got that basis, that like you can catch a vibe of what everybody's into.
What I do appreciate is that in each of our worlds, there are still levels of like general release type vibe sneakers, and then there's also some very hype stuff that releases, and on that the level of hype beastness in each of us is pretty on par, like with like how we talk to each other and how we deal with stuff, and it's reflective of like how much you're into each of your own worlds.
Right.
Like there's I don't know if like so like the Jordan 2 collabs, it's all that's releasing in Jordan 2s. It's all collabs now. So you've kind of been bumped up to hype beast level. Like, you know, this is not your choice. That's just the only path you got. There you go. AMM. And in each one's world, there's something that is very like at any given point, there's going to be like something that's coming out and the other really needs to get it. And the others won't want it necessarily, but live through that other in terms of trying to get that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I can tell you a story of when that goes wrong though.
Yeah.
And that's when Maya, shout out Potato, Traffic Boys, she got the MM 3 sent to her.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when she got those, I was so happy that I no longer cared at all. Like I had no interest in buying that shoe. Yeah. Because she wanted it so bad and she got it and she was just so happy that I didn't care at all anymore.
Yeah.
And now I sit around going like, man, I should have tried to get that shoe. Like, what did I do? Like, because it was literally like you said, like I would have tried for her and then she got it anyway. And so I just knocked it right off the table. And now I'm like, man, that shoe is so good. And I just was so engulfed in the happiness of others that I didn't even try to get it myself.
Yeah.
And now it's like hella expensive. I remember even the resale wasn't very high at one point.
At first, what we call quote unquote affordable.
Yeah.
And now it's like triple that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like triple that exactly. That I'm like, holy, like that's really when I looked, because when I was hunting the Yeezys, I decided to take a quick peek, and then I was like, oh my god, these are not in my ballpark at all. I'm over here in the minors.
I have one last question about this topic, and then we can move on. Maybe you can tell the people how social media treats your world. So, in my world, let's say right now, basketball sneakers, it seems like it's a niche thing in social media. Like only some people will pay attention to it. So only the people that play ball most likely will pay attention to ball sneakers. And so there seems to be less of an interest, but then at release time, you're still having a hard time getting whatever you want to get. So social media treats it as like a niche product, but does still give it its due. Like, especially like Kobe sneakers right now, like, especially since Vanessa announced that they're going back with Nike for the Kobe brand sneakers, then all the outlets are talking about it. And now it's extremely hard again to get Kobe sneakers. Even Puma, like LaMelo Ball sneakers, all of a sudden it caught a bit of hype and all the outlets are talking about them. And now they're very hard to get now. That's a bit how the performance basketball sneaker world is, like, I figure. So it's like the super sought after colorway will be gone, but for me to get another colorway doesn't really matter, doesn't really hurt as much as maybe a sneaker in your world. Right. So again, how does the world or social media treat your sneaker world?
I think I'm pretty down the lane. Like I'm pretty because I buy a lot of retros. It's pretty much what the world of sneaker social media world is kind of into. So I guess, that's my posts in terms of, numbers and stuff like that do pretty well most of the time, because I'm posting usually stuff that either people are into, or it's very, like I said, down the middle of the road. Like there's nothing really or rarely outside the box. I mean, yes, I've gotten some collab stuff lately, but for the longest time, I was just posting whatever new retro I got. So it's pretty much what the average guy would be into, the average collector would be into, or the average just sneaker, like, newer sneaker person would be into. So I don't know.
Hear you. Okay.
Pretty easy.
Cal?
For me, it's I guess it's still a bit of a niche market. I know there's a lot of collectors there. I find that New Balance has kind of skyrocketed a little bit, but what I also feel is that in that happening, it's kind of taken away from ASICs a little bit. I feel like my ASICs and my New Balance used to be like right on point. And then for a quick minute, like the ASICs came out of nowhere and was super cool. But now it's like, I feel like New Balance is kind of overshadowing the ASICs.
Yeah.
But all in all, like Kith is mostly what I do, and Kith is steadily rising. It's got its market. It's always, the people are always going to recognize it that want to recognize it, and the people that don't are not going to, but then maybe they'll find out later. That's something I've seen for a while, is it just gaining popularity. And with New Balance, especially, like I'm not any OG New Balance collector by any means, but like I've been collecting New Balance for probably almost 10 years now. And I've seen it go from, nobody knew what I was wearing, nobody cared, to like, how did that guy over there get so many New Balances? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell, man? What happened there? But so I've seen it kind of just be steady on the rise, harder to get releases. You know what I mean? Like 3 years ago, like, oh, there's a 990, and then it's gonna sell out in 15 seconds. People will be like, get the hell out of here. Like, so that's just made in USA. Like, yeah, it's great quality or whatever, but nobody like really cares except for New Balance collectors. And now it's like it's gone. General release, it's sold out. So it's cool to see. I'm down with it. I like it because like I said, when I started collecting, there's people that were already collecting that shoe for 15 years, and so like to be the guy now that I've been collecting for a while and see it moving up, it's pretty cool to see. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
that's sort of the same mentality I had when all these collaborations started popping up with the Jordan 2. Is that people I think expected me to be angry about it, or like angry that new people were into the Jordan 2 all of a sudden because of these collaborations.
Yeah,
and I was like, no, man, this is exciting. Suddenly, people are into the 2 as much as I'm not as much as into the 2 as I am, but there's an excitement around something I've liked for so long, where I felt like sort of alone in this. Not that I even cared that I was alone. I like what I like, but it's like it's been fun for me to watch all this buzz around the 2. And so like Calby's saying, it's like it's fun to watch other people suddenly be hip to what you're into. Yeah. And I just use the word hip because I'm 48 years old. Hey gosh. But it's true. It's exciting. I like it. I love them. Like, I'm here for it as well. So it's fun.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. On that, do you guys want to give a shout out to anyone?
Shout out to McDowell's brand, Jimmy, and shout out to Amonier, James Whitner for the 2s.
The James and the Jimmys like
the
you.
James and Jim. My dad's name is Jim.
Love you. Yeah,
that's right.
You used to hoop in a gym.
I used to hoop in a gym.
Exactly. Look at that. Whoa.
I put Jimmy's on my ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, and you shot a Jimmy.
Oh. Not shot like bang
no,
bang.
Like
shot,
no, like a like a basketball. Everyone.
The basketballs.
That didn't see my perfect form when I did that on the video. Ray Allen.
You are an athlete.
I don't really have a shout out, but I would like to shout out Alvin, Mr. Q Mart. You know why? Love you, bro.
Big day. Yes, shout out to Q Mart. All right, that was a great show. Thank you, audience, for joining us once again. And you can download and listen to the Sneaker Podcast anywhere podcasts are broadcast. Sean Collard, where can people find you on social media?
At SCollar23 and at OG Support Group.
Shout out to the OG Support Group. And Calby, where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram at JustCalby, and check out Traffic Boys as well.
Shout out to the Traffic Boys. And you can find our good friend Mike at On Air with Mike D, and our good friend Chloe at Clarell. You can find myself at Christopher.Chun. Be sure to follow us at the Sneaker Podcast. Big shout out to our sponsors, Quality and Sneaker Logic. One love, all the sneakers. Peace.